I know that many of you want to achieve your goal and prove to others, and first of all to yourself, what you are capable of. But for some reason, every time everything doesn't go according to plan, and as a result, you constantly fail. But I know what your problem is. The fact is that you are pumping up your character, engaging in self-development and so on, but you are missing the main detail: self-discipline. Only self-discipline is responsible for all your future victories and defeats. Just realize that from childhood we are forced to do something. Parents, teachers, and bosses did not teach us to be disciplined and independent. This is why most people grow up lazy and incapable of anything. They cannot boast of either discipline or organization. This leads to countless failures and defeats. It doesn't matter how good you are if you're not disciplined. That's why mediocrity succeeds more often than geniuses. The secret to excellence lies in self-discipline. It helps you reach your goal step by step despite the difficulty. And geniuses remain at the starting point despite the enormous potential. In this video, I will give you some tips that will help you become more disciplined. 1. Change your approach. Most people consider discipline to be a kind of synonym for hard labor. If today you feel this way about this inherent quality of a real man, then it's time to change the situation for the better. You must understand that being disciplined is much easier than it seems, but living without self-discipline is much more difficult. Limitedly disciplined people are doomed to failure because you cannot be half responsible or a little diligent. This question of extremes will always force you to decide which side to choose, and most often this decision will be wrong. 2. Financial literacy. You count the last pennies until your salary, and as soon as you receive it, you go all out without thinking about the consequences. Think about it. Do you know how to save a certain amount? You may not need this money today or tomorrow, but one day it can save your life. And in the end, you find that you will have to take funds from your salary, which is barely enough to live on. It's time to become more disciplined in the financial sector. First of all, start tracking your expenses, think about every purchase and analyze whether you need this or that product. Secondly, write down your expenses. Yes, it's a chore. But what can you do? But you can take into account every penny and more carefully redistribute your financial flow to the right purposes. In less than a month, you will learn to save the required amount and build up an accumulation. 3. Pleasure. You lack discipline and neglect sports, healthy eating, and neglect all areas of your life. In the end, if you are left alone without normal relationships, you will blame everyone without realizing that your main enemy is yourself. When you cannot control your impulses and give in to base instinct, then you become on the same level as animals whose actions are prompted by instincts. Self-discipline can take you to the next level in every area if you just put in the effort. 4. No discipline, no results. One desire is not enough, so you have to make an effort to control yourself. You must develop certain habits that will help you throughout life: proper sleep, physical activity, hydration, meditation, and reading. And remember that a habit is developed by daily repetitions of the same actions, maybe not very favorite ones. But believe me, a disciplined person can master any task. Let's say you manage to bring your body back to normal, but you just can't manage your expenses. What should you do in such a situation? Carry forward the consequences of lack of discipline for years to come. You haven't been able to save enough money to make at least some contribution towards the purchase of a home. Every month you have to pay a considerable amount to rent an apartment. Although you could spend it on yourself, besides, you still haven't learned how to handle finances, and your debts are growing from month to month. As a result, you are already a pensioner who doesn't have a penny to his name and whose life has flown by. Terrible prospect, isn't it? Take control over your life, especially over those areas that require close attention, because by deceiving yourself, you have harmed only one person, and that person is you. Don't strive to get instant, stupid pleasure today, because tomorrow it can affect all areas of your life. Work on yourself. See you.